Hello and welcome back to another Weather Guy video. Today, instead of a Weather Wednesday, we will be talking about spring. Now, on Sunday, March 1st, was the start of meteorological spring, not astronomical spring, and there's a difference between the two. In astronomy, the seasons are defined as the Earth's movement around the sun. When day and night are equal, we have an equinox, and there's a spring and fall equinox. The equinox comes at the end of this month, I think around March 19th to the 20th. In meteorology, they divide up the seasons based on average temperatures. Now, they say that after March 1st, the temperatures get warmer, indicating spring. And that is true. So, Sunday started meteorological spring, and we're already starting to see some of those changes based on the past couple days. To start, I want to take a deep dive into what happened in Nashville. So there was lines of thunderstorms, and actually, let me show you guys what was predicted. So there was a line of thunderstorms that happened, and there was a tornado went straight through the heart of Nashville, which has killed around 24 people. It was during the middle of the night, and hundreds are still in the hospital or injured. So let's keep those in Nashville in our thoughts, and hopefully nobody else is found to be dead. It struck during the middle of the night, and that's really just sad to hear, since people were asleep and didn't have time to act. But moving on from that, we're going to talk about what's happening right now in the south, as well as the storm that's going to be moving off the coast and could have some impacts in the northeast. So right now we have this low pressure around Louisiana, and we have this stretch of rain as well as thunderstorms. This is going to continue to move eastward, as well as this other low pressure, which is bringing snow to Canada and areas of northern US. Now, both of these are going to kind of head for a collision course in the northeast. Now, this storm in the south is going to move off the coast. This is our typical nor'easter pattern, and that's going to continue happening while this northern system kind of trends east-southeastward. And that continues to happen, but instead of this low pressure taking a more inland track, it's going to head out to sea. And this low pressure here is going to generate a little bit of snow. Now, there are three different types of nor'easter paths that I like to think of. There's the more inland course, there's the Goldilocks course, which is perfect for a I-95 corridor snowfall. Then there's the out-to-sea course. This is going to take that out-to-sea course, which means that possibly Maine and the Cape are going to see some precipitation, but most likely nobody sees any precipitation from this low pressure right here. On the other hand, this low pressure, which will be much weaker, will kind of attract itself to this low pressure, and that'll cause some snow in the northeast. Not amountable enough to really make a difference, but there's going to be some flakes falling, and I know for many people in the Northeast, that's just all they want to see. It's odd how a couple years back, I think it was 2018, I made a video and had 800 views right now. And it was all about how the Northeast had 4 nor'easters in a row. This year, we haven't had that. There's a kind of a jet stream in the upper troposphere and the stratosphere called the polar vortex. Now, if the polar vortex is strong, then the Arctic air is going to stay around the North Pole, and it's not going to dive into the United States and give us those cold snaps that we need for snow. Instead, it's been locked up in the poles, and we've been having a more moderate winter. Of course, you're still going to get snow, and of course, you're still going to get cold snaps. They're just not going to be as severe as they would if the polar vortex was weak, and we would be getting that polar air traveling down south into the United States. But continuing on, we have this low pressure that moves out to sea. This other low pressure area kind of collides with it, and then we have this scenario here, where we have this low pressure, which really isn't impacting much, but it's just this extension right here that's doing most of the rain and snowfall. That's going to continue happening as this moves east-northeast. Now, I want to take a look at the GFS. Even though the GFS isn't normally as accurate as the European model, it's still good to take a look at it. So we're going to hop on back here. Still the same scenario, but this has the low pressure a little bit stronger and a little bit further off the coast. But then we have this setup now, our spring storm setup, where you have low pressures tracking across the Midwest, and really if you're going to see snow, you're going to see it in the back end over here. You're not going to see it in the Great Lakes region really. You're not going to see it really in the Northeast. It's mostly going to be in the Dakotas, Minnesota, Nebraska, obviously in the mountain areas, in the West. And we usually find that we get like these mushroom sort of shapes with these spring storms. I want to see if I can find one here. Or we get this scenario here, where you have another low pressure, it's strong enough and pulls down enough Arctic air that you get some snow, but then you also have a lot of thunderstorms on this front end. And that's why spring is very good for producing tornadoes. So with that, let's just go back to the NAM model, and I want to take a look at the total positive snow depth change. There. So in the Northeast, really nothing, as I previously stated. But in Canada, you could see some snowfall, and obviously in the mountains, you'll be seeing some snowfall as well. With that, I'd like to end the episode there. Again, Nashville, we hope you recover, hopefully quickly, and I'll see you guys in the next video.